Ever thought that having fewer friends could actually be a sign of strength? What if not chasing popularity is the key to living a more fulfilling life? In a world where everyone is obsessed with having more friends, more connections, and more social validation, it's easy to feel like you're missing out if your circle is small. But what if I told you that not fitting in could actually mean you're on the right path? In this video, we'll explore how Stoic philosophy shows that having fewer friends can be a sign of wisdom, inner peace, and personal growth. You'll discover why quality always beats quantity when it comes to relationships, and why a lack of friends might actually indicate you're focused on the things that truly matter. If you've ever wondered why your social life looks different, stay with me. This perspective could change the way you view your friendships forever. You don't need many friends to be happy. Why have you ever looked around and thought, why don't I have more friends? Or maybe you've noticed that your circle of friends is smaller than most people's. In a world that constantly tells us we need more connections, more people, more validation, it's easy to feel like there's something wrong if we're not surrounded by a crowd. But what if I told you that not having many friends could actually be a sign of something much more powerful? Something that could bring you true peace and fulfillment. The pressure to fit in and how to break free. Live in a world that thrives on social connections. Social media constantly reminds us of the perfect social life, the parties, the big group photos, the endless stream of friends on our timelines. But is that really what we need to feel complete? It's easy to get caught up in the idea that more friends means more happiness, but this couldn't be further from the truth. The Stoics, the ancient philosophers who focused on personal growth and inner peace, had a completely different view. What the Stoics teach us about friendship. The Stoics, people like Marcus Aurelius, Seneca, and Epictetus, were not concerned with numbers. They didn't measure their worth by how many people they had in their lives. Instead, they focused on the quality of relationships, believing that true friends were those who helped you grow and live a virtuous life. For them, friendship wasn't about numbers, it was about depth. The truth about social validation. The world today is obsessed with validation. How many likes did your post get? How many people liked your outfit? Did you get invited to that party? This need for validation comes from the idea that the more people we have in our lives, the more value we have. But in the eyes of the Stoics, this is a dangerous way to think. If we rely on others to feel validated, we are giving up our power. When you understand that your worth is not defined by your social status, but by your own values and actions, something remarkable happens. You start to feel more in control of your own life. The power of solitude. Why it's a gift, not a curse. Let's talk about solitude. Most people avoid being alone. We're told that loneliness is something to be afraid of. But the Stoics didn't see solitude as something to be feared. They saw it as an opportunity to grow. Epictetus, one of the most well-known Stoic philosophers, said, "No man is free who is not master of himself." And mastering yourself, according to Stoicism, often means being comfortable with your own thoughts, reflecting on your own actions, and being able to find peace within. Think about it. When was the last time you spent a quiet evening alone, without the distractions of social media or the pressure of having to be somewhere? That's when you can reconnect with your true self. Is your social circle holding you back? Having fewer friends isn't something to be ashamed of. It could actually be a sign of wisdom. Think about it. If you're spending time with people who don't align with your values or your life goals, what's the real benefit of those friendships? In the long run, it can drain your energy and focus. The Stoics believed that we should be careful about who we surround ourselves with, because people influence our thoughts and actions more than we realize. A few close, meaningful friendships are far more valuable than a large group of acquaintances who don't contribute positively to your life. The Stoic way to choose meaningful relationships. To build meaningful relationships, we need to look inward first. The Stoics believed that true friendship was built on mutual respect, shared values, and common virtues. If we focus on becoming the best version of ourselves, we naturally attract people who align with those same values. It's not about being popular or fitting in. It's about seeking relationships that support your personal growth. Why focusing on your own values? You create space for deeper, more fulfilling relationships to form. You stop wasting time on people who don't enrich your life and start investing your energy in the people who truly matter. Why fewer friends might actually be a blessing. It's easy to think that the more friends you have, the happier you'll be. But consider this. Would you rather have 10 friends who drain your energy or 2 friends who inspire you to become a better person? The Stoics believed that peace of mind came from focusing on internal growth rather than external validation. When you have fewer friends, you have the space and time to focus on what really matters. You can pursue your passions, develop your skills, and most importantly, understand yourself better. With fewer distractions, you can build deeper connections that are based on shared growth, mutual understanding, and respect. Embracing your inner circle, the quality over quantity mindset, the Stoics didn't discourage socializing. They just wanted us to be more intentional about it. Having a strong circle of friends who understand your principles and values is far more important than having dozens of acquaintances who don't truly know you. A true friend, in the Stoic sense, is someone who supports your personal growth, challenges you to be better, and stands by your side through both good and bad times. These are the kinds of friendships that elevate you. While keeping your circle small and intentional, you open yourself up to relationships that will help you become the person you're meant to be. Remember, Stoicism is about aligning your life with your deepest values, and that applies to your friendships too. The freedom of not being afraid of loneliness. Another powerful aspect of Stoicism is the concept of embracing discomfort. Stoics believed that we should practice discomfort, not to harm ourselves, but to train ourselves for life's inevitable challenges. By embracing solitude and not fearing loneliness, we become more resilient. We don't rely on external sources for happiness. Instead, we learn to be at peace with ourselves, no matter the situation. When you embrace this mindset, loneliness loses its power over you. It's no longer something to be feared, but something that gives you the space to grow and reflect. Building strength from within. How solitude leads to confidence. Confidence doesn't come from the number of friends you have. True confidence comes from within. It's about knowing who you are, what you stand for, and what you're capable of. When you stop seeking approval from others and learn to trust yourself, you develop a powerful sense of self-confidence. The Stoics were masters of this. They understood that external circumstances, like the number of friends you have, don't define your inner strength. Your ability to face challenges, control your emotions, and remain focused on your purpose does. This is the kind of confidence that allows you to be comfortable with solitude. It's the kind of confidence that makes you less reliant on the opinions of others and more focused on your own growth and happiness. Letting go of the pressure to fit in. So much of the pressure we feel to have a large circle of friends comes from external expectations. But here's the thing, you don't need to fit in. You don't need to follow the crowd or live up to society's standards of success. The Stoics believed that the only measure of a good life was living in accordance with your own principles, not the opinions of others. When you let go of this pressure, you free yourself to focus on what truly matters. You stop measuring your worth by how many friends you have and start focusing on the quality of your relationships and your own inner peace. The wisdom of fewer friends in the end. The Stoics believed that fewer friends can often be a sign of wisdom, not loneliness. It means you're choosing to surround yourself with people who share your values, people who challenge you to become better, and people who support you in your journey. These friendships are built on mutual respect, trust, and growth. So, if you find yourself with fewer friends than most, don't worry. It may just mean that you're in the process of creating a life that's more meaningful, more intentional, and more focused on personal growth. The Stoics would say that you're on the right path. If this idea resonates with you and you want to explore more Stoic wisdom on building a meaningful life, consider subscribing for more videos.